Hi guys, Dave Pinson, Philippine Bible Ministries. You must stir it up again. Ready? Charles Finney said, "The great work will cease when the church prefers to attend to their own concerns rather than to God's business." So the great work of God, in other words, the great work of the church. In other words, what's the great work of the church, right? What did he say? Well, what is the greatest commandment? It's to love the Lord your God, to love your neighbor as yourself, to love your enemy, love your enemies, love everyone. So by the law of love, and what are you supposed to do? Go make disciples, preach the gospel, reach all the people, save this world. Jesus died on a cross to save the world. He didn't die that any should be condemned. Now some will. That's their choice. But at least to reach the unreached places, right? But he says when that will die, that work will die, when the church, in quotes, not the body of Christ, but the organized people, the organizations, are attending more to their organization and the growth of their organization and the conferences for their organization and the life of their organization and the rules and regulations of their organizations than they are to the work of God, right? I just make this short, guys. I know I'm always beating on this drum, and I will continue to beat on this drum until I get about 50 people send me a message here and say, I want to be part of this, Dave Pinson. I want to be part of this army taking this war for Christ because I'm sick of the way things are, and I'm sick of my shallow little Christian life. I feel something inside me is moving, and I no longer do I want to serve my church. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with helping people out of church. That's not what I mean. I mean, I want to serve God's will, not my church's will. Is there a difference? Maybe not. Maybe I'm full of beans. Maybe your church is perfect. Everything's great. Your church is taking the world for Christ. You guys have actually sent 10 missionaries to India last week. I didn't even know about it. I didn't even know that was happening. Please tell me how that's happening, how that's working out, right? And maybe I'm just what is a curmudgeon? You like that word? A curmudgeon, someone who just complains about stuff, like this little dog we have here, Buddy, just always complaining to the other dogs. Shut up, get out of here. I'm not a curmudgeon, guys. I'm just someone who feels very strongly about the great work of God that needs to be done, and that we're the ones that need to do it. And I'm sick and tired. I even have pastor friends who tell me this. He sees this all the time in the churches where he preaches. People are just waiting for the time to be up so they can go have their donuts or their breakfast or their lunch or whatever. They're just doing their time in church because it's part of their life. They're just playing at church. And even if they worship God and they love the message and everything's great, we're sure challenged and moved, but their life never changes, right? Just look at. I mean, I don't know what else to say, guys. I feel maybe I'm just knocking my head against a wall here. But is it just me? Is it just me, or ask your church, ask your pastor, how many people are we sending to the unreached people, or are we helping other people that are sending there? How many, or what are we doing to fulfill the great work of God? What's the great work of God? To save people, guys, to save the world, starting in your home. What do you say? Here in your home, and then to your, to Jerusalem, Judea, and then the ends of the world, right? This is not a side issue, guys. This is the reason Jesus died on the cross. God bless you guys. Ta ta for now.